sorry for the wait. The Carter gon' be late, so I cooked up a tape. The garden's full of snakes, so I had to escape. Let homie gon' be straight, let homie gon' be straight. It's that sorry for the wait, yeah. And I'm sorry for the wait.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I've posted, but I've been planning out some of my next couple videos. I'm real excited for this one because we have our first guest here with us. Got my boy Jose here with us, wannabe NFL expert.
Hello, everybody.
Here to predict the over-under win totals for all NFL teams. We're going to break it down to AFC and NFC and do it in two separate videos here. So starting with the AFC, we got the Baltimore Ravens. Their win total set at 8.5. What do you think?
See, I think the Ravens are an interesting team. You don't know how Lamar Jackson's going to do. So I'd either set them either at 8 or 7, which means I'll take the under on that.
Taking the under? I'm going to take the under also. Kind of my bold prediction, 6 wins for them. I'm getting real bold with that one. Then we got the Cincinnati Bengals set at 6 wins. I got, personally, under 6. I think they might be the worst team in football, honestly.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree. Definitely under 6. A.J. Green's her new head coach. They got to adapt.
Head coach,
yes,
yeah.
Rookie head coach, yes. So
Yeah,
I'd definitely take the under.
I don't trust Andy Dalton either. I really don't have any faith in the Bengals. Then in the AFC North, we have the Cleveland Browns. Their win total set at 9 for the season. Have a lot of new pieces. What do you think?
This is where it gets tough, in my opinion. So the Browns are an interesting team. They have a lot of young pieces, a lot of talent, but I don't know how they're going to play together necessarily a full season.
Right.
So you said it was at 9?
We're set at 9, yeah.
So the division is kind of tough, to be honest. So I'd set them either right at 9 or 8, but I'd probably say 9. So I'd say at the exact win.
I'm going to go 9 as well. I think they're going to win 9 games flat. And that leaves the Pittsburgh Steelers rounding out the division. Win total also set at 9. I got them going over. Got to roll with my Steelers here. I really like the addition by subtraction. I think losing Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell is only going to inspire us to spread the ball more. We're going to be more defensively oriented. Devin Bush, top 10 pick. I'm excited for the over this year. I think we're winning 10 games.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it's not because he's a Steelers fan, but I really do think the Steelers are going to win the division due to experience. Yes, that's what it's going to come down to late in the season. So I do got them at 10-6 also.
For sure. I'm really excited about that one. Then we got the AFC South. The Houston Texans. This one's interesting. Set at 8.5 wins.
I got them right at 9. See, I think, yes, right at 9 because you don't know the health of Andrew Luck. I think the Titans are really going to regress. And that division isn't too strong to say.
The competition in the division isn't really that high. They do have a pretty tough schedule. Deshaun Watson's seen some injuries himself. I'm going to go with the under on that one. I think they're going to win 8 games, going under 8.5 there. Moving on to the Tennessee Titans. You said you didn't like them this year?
No. What's their win total at?
They're set at 8.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say there's no chance, but I don't think that they have the firepower to win 8 games. I don't think if Andrew Luck's healthy, I don't think they'll beat them. I don't think they'll beat the Texans or even the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. I don't trust Mariota or Ryan Tannehill. You don't know who's starting at the end.
Yeah, my bold prediction is that Marcus Mariota loses his job this year. Probably the Titans head coach as well. They're definitely going under 8 in my opinion. I'll set them at 5 or 6 wins, to be honest. Then that brings us to the Jags. Jacksonville Jaguars just got Nick Foles. Do you think they step up from last year? I mean, they had a pretty
yes,
low
I do. I think they're right at 8. And this is, of course, assuming Andrew Luck's a little bit banged up like they're saying he is. So I got him taking the cold spot in going against the Texans for the division. So I see him right at 8-8, right behind the Texans going 9-7.
I feel that. I could see the Jags going exactly at 8 wins. That's what I got there. I think they're winning 8 games. I agree with you on that one. I can't argue they're a good defense. And that brings us to the Indianapolis Colts. There are some questions about Andrew Luck's health. They're set at 10 wins this year. I know how I feel. What do you think?
I think that number isn't adjusted yet, possibly. That's why it was a little bit harder to find. So just because of that reason, we don't know Andrew Luck's health. I have him under 10.
You got him under 10 there?
Yes.
I'm going to bank on the fact, which is hard to do, especially if we're talking fantasy football. I'm banking on Andrew Luck being healthy. just a gut feeling of mine. I think, it's just an ankle. I think he's going to be all right. I got them over 10, and I actually think they may be the best team in the AFC. Love their defense. Picked up Justin Houston. I think they're winning that division, no doubt. That brings us to the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills are surprisingly set at a higher win total than they were last year. 7 wins. What do we think?
Oh, I think I'm still not bought on that team, and I'm kind of surprised to see that the over is a little bit more juice, but I just don't think they picked up enough firepower to put into play and close out some of those games, which I do think I remember there was a stretch. I remember that there was a stretch when they were getting blown out.
They were, yeah. The thing I like about them is their defense is real solid. I think their offense is set up to be very Josh Allen oriented. They're letting him be an athlete. They're letting him run the ball, make plays. He isn't the most fundamentally sound quarterback, but he can make some big plays with his legs. He has a big arm. I think he's going to progress a lot this year, and I got them going over. I think they're going to win 8 games.
Let's not forget, though, the Bills were in the playoffs 2 years ago and barely lost against that Jacksonville team.
They were. So look for them to bounce back potentially. Then we're looking at the Miami Dolphins at 4.5 wins. That's a low total there, lowest in the league, I believe.
I think that I'd take the Dolphins right at 5 wins. I do think Josh Rosen, maybe if Josh Rosen starts, we don't. Is Fitzpatrick there too?
Fitzpatrick's
there. Okay, so Fitzpatrick. I do think Rosen and Fitzpatrick can muscle up 5 wins for the season.
I think so as well. I think 5 wins is very fair for them. If they're lucky, maybe 6, but this whole division's kind of in the same tier with the exception to the Patriots. So let's talk about New England. They just won the Super Bowl. Tom Brady is getting older, though, so they're set at 11 wins. Can we see them to continue the dominance and go over 11? Or?
Until I see regression, I'm going to keep taking the over. So I'll have them again at 12 wins and 4 losses. So obviously the over.
Okay, I'm going to go right at 11. I think potentially even 10 if there is some regression there. I could see them as a 10-6 and 11-5 team. I can't see in a mediocre division, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, ever being below 10 wins unless there's significant injuries. But I'm going to go with the Patriots right at 11. That brings us to the New York Jets, set at 7.5. I personally think the Jets are going to shock a lot of people. Not just the addition of Le'Veon Bell, but I think Sam Darnold is one of the best young quarterbacks in the league, and C.J. Mosley was one of the most underrated pickups. I think he's going to make the Jets really recognized as an elite defense. I got them definitely going over 7.5. I think they can even win 9 or 10 games, to be honest.
See, this is where it gets tough. Their defense is very fast, very athletic, and I too am high on Sam Darnold. And 7.5 is, I think, a difficult number because, well, how many wins were they at? Around 5, I guess.
I think they won 5 or 6 last year.
Okay, 5 or 6. So that means, I'd put them right at 7. So
right at
under.
7? You're going under?
Yeah.
I'm going way over on this one. The Jets are my surprise team in the league. And the last division of the AFC. AFC West, the Denver Broncos are set at 7 wins. They just picked up Bradley Chubb last year, who I think is going to be a beast moving forward. They have Joe Flacco now as their quarterback. A little bit of an upgrade over Case Keenum, but really not much. I can see them probably going under there. I think 6 wins is about adequate for them. I think their defense will keep them in some games, but they just don't have that offensive firepower to win.
I think
7+.
I think 6 games is even still too high. They have the second hardest schedule in the league. Rookie head coach and Vic Fangio. I think that defense will keep them in games, but I don't see their offense being able to keep up.
So bottom tier offense is what you're thinking against a tough schedule?
Yes.
So how many wins are you thinking? If I say 6?
Maybe 4, honestly.
Maybe
in a tough
4.
division.
Wow. It could happen. We'll have to see. Then we have the Kansas City Chiefs. Came so close to making the Super Bowl last year. Their win total set at 10.5. How do you feel about that one?
I have them regressing. I don't know how no Kareem Hunt. That defense is still not trusted. They lost D Ford, lost that cornerback to the Steelers. What's his name? Steven Nelson. Yeah, so I have them either at 9 wins or at 10 wins, which are both under.
I could see that for sure. I think, really, you can't just expect Patrick Mahomes to break his own records every year. He did have an amazing MVP caliber season last year, but I think the league will figure him out to some extent. He's still going to be a beast, but I look for them to win about 10 games. Then we have the wild card from last year, competed with the Chiefs for the division. The Los Angeles Chargers, almost said San Diego. They're set at 10 wins. What do you think there?
I'm thinking over. I love the Chargers this year. That defense could get some even more experience, get some experience playing
Derwin
together.
James is nasty.
Derwin James is amazing.
Yeah.
So I'll have them at 11-5 for the season. So over.
I think they're going to go 12-4. I got them over as well. I think they are the kind of team that may choke in the playoffs, but I think they're going to be a top 2 seed in the AFC. And that brings us to the most entertaining team in the league. Helmet controversies and all, Hard Knocks, the Oakland Raiders, set at 6 wins for this year. Do you think, they do have a lot of talent. Really not too sure how their depth is going to play out for them. 6 wins, is that fair? Over, under?
I'm a huge fan of the local product, Derek Carr. So with the addition of Antonio Brown, all those draft picks are finally coming into play. I personally do like the Raiders. 6 wins. I'd put them right at 6 wins.
I think I'm going to do so too, right at 6.
Actually, no. I'll put them at 7 wins. Over.
7 wins?
Yes, over.
I think that's a little bit bold, but respectable. I think it could definitely happen. They do have the talent. They look like a 7-win team, but at the same time, it's just the Raiders, you know what I mean? I think that team's going to take some time, and they're really prepared to come into form once they hit Vegas. So 6 wins is right about it for me. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to be breaking down the NFC and their win totals. Should be an exciting NFL season. Thank you very much for coming on.
No problem.
And we'll see you next time.